The journey of an innovator or game changer is not a sprint or a marathon. It's more like a pilgrimage or a quest to the holy grail of creating ways to make life better and helping people be better at life. To change the game, you must traverse troughs of disillusionment and pits of despair. But don't lose heart, because these challenges are punctuated with vistas and epiphanies that sustain and reward you, making the journey sustainable and the adventure worthwhile. Game changers are driven to challenge the status quo in pursuit of a mission and are focused on solving life's complex puzzles and mysteries. Success is achieved with new solutions lots of people really love. Making a difference requires helping lots of people get functional, social, and emotional jobs done better than status quo. Success, therefore, relies on building legitimacy and empathy with stakeholders, understanding how they think and make decisions, their wants, needs, fears, motivations, and aspirations. This requires humility, a little bit of self-doubt, and being open to different viewpoints. The tools we use to achieve this are drawn from psychology, anthropology, economics, and business. The journey is volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous, but you are not alone. You have a tribe of mentors and evidence-based methods and tools as guideposts to keep you on the right path. They won't guarantee success, but make it easier to find the ladders and avoid the snakes. Before you get started, check your motivation. Blind ambition and overconfidence can lead to hubris, which can cloud objectivity, often resulting in creating things people don't want or need because of untested, risky assumptions. To really understand what people want, you need curiosity. You can start with a what, how, why, or who, but keep the who as your primary focus. Success comes when your who loves your what and how because of your why. You'll find the most satisfying rewards will come from a feeling of earning your success, helping others, and making the world a better place. Innovation is hard because it requires people to take a risk on a new product or service. But ironically, most humans avoid risk, even when existing solutions are unsatisfying. So to influence behaviours, you need to reduce risk while highlighting rewards. This requires knowledge and empathy of stakeholders, rational and emotional fears and aspirations, which are controlled by the neocortex and limbic parts of the brain. Spoiler alert, most humans favour emotions and intuition over logic, with mixed results. This reliance on emotions in decision-making explains why sometimes the opposite of a good idea can also be a good idea, why smart people do dumb things, and luxury brands. The fear of loss or pain is a larger motivator or restraint to human decision-making than our aspirations for benefits or gains. David Ogilvy best described this challenge as, people don't think what they feel, don't say what they think, and don't do what they say. Therefore, to get someone to use a new solution, designing a business model that reduces barriers and risks of loss or failure, which are restraining forces, while making the benefits of the solution, driving forces, compelling. This often requires reframing the problem or opportunity to align with risks and benefits customers and stakeholders prioritize. To find the optimum fit between problem and solution, constantly test the riskiest assumptions about the who, why, what, and how to avoid wasted effort, resources, and time. People love products and services that make doing functional, social, and emotional jobs easier and more enjoyable. Users often switch between products and services because they all do the same jobs similarly. But loyalty and word-of-mouth advocacy come from often unexpected and surprising functional, social, and emotional benefits, sometimes in spite of performance. Roberto Viganti calls this new meaning. Microfinance, cloud computing, Google, iPhone, Airbnb, Facebook, Afterpay, and Spotify all grew from delivering social and emotional benefits consumers love. So to solve life's most complex puzzles and mysteries, you need ethnography, asking, listening, observing, and running experiments with multiple stakeholders. Ethnography is understanding worlds, getting rid of the assumption that people have the ability to introspect, to figure out what they want and need, and instead observe the background practices, not the foreground practices, to understand people. Ethnography provides you the evidence you're solving the right problem with the right solution for the right users for the right reasons. This requires you to validate or invalidate your assumptions constantly with small, regular, low-cost experiments. This will help identify new insights, early adopters and partners, and accelerate your progress towards problem-solution fit, product market fit, and business model fit. Once you know what people want and why, you then need desirable, feasible, and viable business model, which is the how. This can be as, or even more important, than an amazing invention. Successful business models also require innovative strategies, such as protecting your idea with a moat, lowering costs, novel pricing, collaboration to get to market quickly, direct supply to users, locking users in. Build business model prototypes to discover the best way to lower risk for early adopters and accentuate the benefits and driving forces for adoption. Ultimate success is only achieved if your strategy is sustainable and scalable. The barriers to trialing are low, and users love your idea, telling everyone about it. So what are you waiting for? The world is desperate for a new breed of mission-driven, human-centered game changers. So, what is your why, and who is your who?